Hello students, today we are going to learn a very simple chapter of physics. Let me not tell you the name of the chapter. Let's see what is this chapter all about. Suppose I am calling out my friend. I shout very loudly. I can hear what I have shouted, and that is sound. When you switch on the radio, you can hear the sound from the radio. When the drilling machine, that is the front part of the drill, that is the hammer, hits the road, you can again hear some sound. Similarly, there is a trumpet which produces sound. A drum, when you hit on the drum, it produces sound. Exactly. Sound is what we are going to learn about in this chapter. So the name of the chapter is Production of Sound. A very simple chapter. By the way, let me tell you, sound is a form of energy. Now let us understand how are different kinds of sound heard and produced. We may hear different kinds of sound all throughout the day. For example, people talking in our house, that is nothing but sound. Noise from the street outside, that is nothing but again sound. Rattling of vehicles, that is the sound made by the vehicles, is again sound. Clanging of pots and pans by small children is again sound. So we hear different kinds of sound all the day. Each one of these are nothing but sound. We say sound is different. Now, you must have heard about different animals which make different sounds. Like the roaring of a tiger is again a sound. The howling of jackal is again a sound. Twittering of sparrows early in the morning is again a sound. Cry of a peacock you must have never heard, but it's also an example of sound. Question is, how is sound produced? The answer is very simple. Sound is produced due to vibration. So, let us understand by taking some example. You must have seen a sitar. There are strings on the sitar. When you pluck the string of the sitar starts vibrating, and we say sound is produced. You must have seen a tabla. When you strike on the membrane of the tabla, again there is a vibration which comes and reaches your ears, and we say sound is produced. When a person is shouting or crying or talking, the pharynx vibrate, that is our vocal cord. It is vibrating, students, and these vibration comes and reaches our ear, and we are able to hear. That is again sound. Similarly, if there is a speaker, in the speaker there is a diaphragm. The diaphragm of the speaker starts vibrating, and this vibration comes and reaches our ear. We are able to hear the sound. In this way, sound is produced due to vibration. Having understood about sound, about vibration, let us understand what is vibration. Vibration is nothing but a back and forth motion or a to and fro motion. Let us take an example. Let us consider a rigid support. To this rigid support, I attach a string. To the string, I attach a bob. That is a pendulum. Initially, this pendulum is moving from point A to point B. So the motion is from A to B. It halts at B, it comes back to A, it goes to C, back to A, back to B. So can I say it started its motion from point B, went to A, and then it went to C, back to A, and then to B. So we say the pendulum is moving to and fro, that is, it has got a fixed path. And when it has got a fixed path, that is from B to A to C to A back to B, this is called as motion of the pendulum, or we call it as nothing but simply vibration. So, when an object moves very fast following a fixed path from one side to another and then back again, we say that is vibrates. Having understood about vibration, now let us understand a term called as time period of vibration, which is represented by capital T. Remember this, students. Again we have a rigid support. To this we have attached a pendulum. We start the motion of the pendulum from B to A to C to A to B. It halts at B. It has again covered a particular distance, that is a fixed path. Am I correct? Yes. The time taken by a pendulum to complete one oscillation is called as time period. Now what do you mean by one oscillation? It started from B, moved to A, moved to C, moved back to A, then back to B. The total time is 2 seconds. So the period of vibration capital T is equal to 2 seconds. The next term that we are going to learn is called as frequency of vibration, that is N. What do you mean by frequency? It's very simple. Again the same pendulum, starting the motion from point B. Now here, when it moves from B to A to C to A to B, it is continuously moving. Let's see it once again. When it is moving from B. See how it moves. C, A, B, C, A, B, and back to B. Now, when the pendulum is moving, can I say it is moving in a fixed path? Yes, obviously. Now, the time taken here is suppose 1 second. So we say the number of oscillation that an object completes in 1 second is called as frequency. Let's see it now. The object was moving from B to A, came back, went again, came back. In 1 second, it moved twice. So here the frequency of vibration is 2. Isn't it very simple? Yes. The frequency is also denoted by a formula. Frequency is equal to 1 upon time period. The unit of frequency is hertz. This is a very simple part. Now let us move further. Let us understand sound produced is of different frequencies. So we say it is of different types. So what are the different frequencies? The frequency of sound which is less than 20 hertz, this type of sound is called as infrasonic sound. A sound which is between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz is called as sonic sound. And the sound which is more than 20,000 hertz is called as ultrasonic sound. We human beings, we can hear sound between 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. So that is a sound which is audible to us. The inaudible sound is a sound which is less than 20 hertz. The human ear cannot hear the sound. And similarly, ultrasonic, which is more than 20,000 hertz, again the human ear cannot hear the sound. So these two sounds are called as inaudible sound. Let us see some examples of inaudible sound. A rhino can listen to a frequency up to 3 hertz. An elephant hears a sound between 16 hertz to 12,000 hertz. A horse hears a sound between 55 hertz to 33,500 hertz. A dog can hear a sound between 23 hertz to 54,000 hertz.